Literally every time we post anything on our Instagram story about a Q&A or whatever, we get asked so many times, why have you not dated? Where's your boyfriend? I don't get it. Would you date XYZ? Okay, here's the thing. We brought in the Mama Patriot, our mom.
And she's
Okay.
going to spill the tea on and share how she brainwashed us from a young age not to date.
So let's get into it. Welcome to Unleashed with the Patriot Sisters. Buckle up, girl, because we're about to spill that tea just like we did in 1773.
We light the fire under all things politics. And don't worry, social justice warriors, we'll light the fire underneath you too.
Why?
Because we're inclusive.
Prepare to be triggered.
What's up, y'all? We're the Patriot Sisters, and we are back at it with another episode, but we have the Patriot Mom.
Hey.
AKA our mom, but we're biased because we like her a lot.
Momager.
And obviously, momager, mom.
I've been managing
coach.
you your whole life.
Literally.
Started with dance, to pageants.
To modeling, to this.
Yeah. So you're like a professional
manager.
I am. And I was always really against momagers. Like, you would hear that term.
Yeah.
Like the taboo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, that. Like, what is wrong with those parents? Like, let them go.
Let them fly.
Helicopter moms.
Right? Well, that's not what we called it in the olden days, but right?
Yes.
That's exactly what it's
called.
called.
What did you call it?
We were just controlling.
Oh. That works too.
The truth comes out.
But now that we're at this stage in your life, like, it's really fun because the roles are becoming reversed, and where I used to lead, now I'm coming in and just supporting.
So I have a question. You talked about controlling, or I'm going to bring that back up in a minute. But today's episode is about how I am 22
and I'm 20
and we've never dated,
never had a boyfriend,
and I'm 38.
You lie.
Again.
You lie.
Like every year of my life, she turns 38 again. It's so great. My mom never ages.
But seriously,
no boyfriends, the whole thing. Because we, every Monday on our Instagram at the Patriot Sisters, we do a Monday Q&A, literally politics or not politics. It does not matter. People just submit their questions, right? Every single time
we get asked about this.
Where's your boyfriend?
Especially
where's your boyfriend?
Where's your boyfriend?
Okay, geez. Ever heard of the feminist movement? I'm an independent
You're
woman.
like,
Thank you.
I can do this. I got this.
Especially this past Monday, I would say like 15, 20 questions were about dating.
Well, also last Monday. Wait, was last Monday? You mean a couple days ago?
Like 2 days ago.
Well, Valentine's Day. That was Sunday.
Oh, that's why.
That's so cute. You don't even know.
We forgot, didn't we?
Like, why is everybody wondering? I don't know.
Because Valentine's Day.
They're like, would you date someone who isn't a Christian?
Would you date someone who had Christian morals but wasn't a Christian? Where's your boyfriend? Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
You're like what makes you think I don't have a boyfriend?
Maybe it's just secretive. I mean, I don't think we've ever posted about our dad.
I don't think we have.
Which is so funny because he is very active in the Patriot Sisters.
Totally active.
And we're all still home together, so it's not like anything.
And he's very active in your life,
right?
Like you see him every day.
Like he's sitting out on the other side of this wall, probably listening to us right now. So it's very okay.
Well, granted, we all work from home, so
yeah. All right,
helps.
So we could babble because that's what we do,
but we're gonna rein in a little bit, pull the reins in, and go.
So how did you get a 25-year-old, because you have an older sister, a 25-year-old, a 22-year-old, and a 20-year-old who has never dated? Now,
I never had a boyfriend.
I'll put a preface. The 25-year-old would love to be married right now. So if anybody knows of anybody, send us a DM on the Patriot Sisters. She would like that.
Yes,
she would.
It's totally normal.
So it's not like she doesn't want to.
Send us a message if you know someone or you are that someone.
So yeah, okay. But for us, up till a certain point, why have we never dated?
Well, that's a question I've always wanted to ask you too, because you can date. It's not like.
Well, let's take it back then.
Let's go. The very beginning.
Let's go back, but like highlight version through the years, because obviously we can date now. It's not like, I mean, it'd be weird if you were like, you can't date.
Oh my gosh.
And I'd be like,
talk about a helicopter parent.
I'm an adult, so I'd go to big kid jail if I want to. So that's awkward. But no, like, let's bring it back a little bit before a certain age and then go forward.
So were we allowed to, first of all, did you date growing up?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh.
Oh yes,
spill
let's
the
do
tea.
that. Let's do that.
Let's not spill the tea.
You
Oh,
can just
yes.
simple yes
So
or no.
yes, I dated.
And was that a very active part of your life?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was. I was a
Wait.
virgin before I got married,
Yes.
so I did date, but I wasn't promiscuous.
I'm sorry. I'm having a Charlie horse in my hip right now.
So,
I'm having crap
so
in my
I
hip.
did.
Go on.
I did date, and my mom had placed some pretty weird boundaries around me when it came to dating.
Mhm.
Like I don't recommend this. You could date somebody 2 times in a row, and then you had to date somebody else.
What?
Oh,
Mama!
so
Where
I
is-
hope she
what?
never listens to this.
There's
Oh
probably
my
a good
gosh.
reason
We've
for it.
never-
She probably like.
We've never openly discussed this as an adult, so I really hope she doesn't listen.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
I think she does actually.
Really?
Yes.
I know they listen to a couple of them, so I love you guys.
Okay. Okay, so that was my experience. Now,
So as a parent, what was your thought process?
Okay,
Were you
'cause now
actively
yeah.
thinking, no, my
Guys-
daughters don't want to, I don't want them to date?
you guys, the bar was really low. I'm embarrassed. Like I don't really know that I should say this. Do we need to spill the tea, or do
No,
we
you
just
don't have
give
to
it?
spill it.
Okay.
You can.
So,
you can.
The bar
highlight still.
Yeah. Okay. So the reality is that you guys don't even know what I'm going to say.
No, I don't.
When
No
I
idea.
had
She was a virgin before she got married, so that's all I'm going to say.
when I had 3 daughters, I
Yes,
felt-
that's us.
I felt like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How do I keep them from spending their life and spinning it in a direction that maybe wasn't the healthiest for you?
Because there's such a pressure.
There's such a pressure.
to
And
date.
I was from a country town, and I raised you girls in a country town.
Mhm.
And then we moved into the city a little bit. And I was
Mhm.
seeing not only a trend for my generation, but also one that was developing. I guess it's just the trend everybody lives under, which is, wow, I got to get a boyfriend. And people would say, oh, who's your boyfriend? And I'm like,
It almost becomes your identity.
it becomes your
Yeah.
and
identity.
a check mark if you dated.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
we always try to raise the bar higher as a parent, like do better than our parents. And I hope you do better than I do.
Mhm.
But the reality is that the bar that I was raising was like, don't make decisions over your life based upon a boy at a young age.
Yeah.
Because I
Solid.
felt like you were giving up dreams. I gave up dreams that I didn't. Once you get married, you realize you didn't have to give them up. You could have them both.
Oh, wow, 2 for 1.
Oops,
Yeah,
secret
it's super.
spoiler.
Yeah, so I didn't want you to give up. I didn't want you to get distracted at this young age with a boy, mostly because I wanted you to be so confident in who you are and who God created you to be that you didn't. I hate to say you didn't need a boy, but you don't need a boy to define who you are.
So what she just said
That's solid.
pretty much is what she's been telling us from
The get go.
like 8 years old,
Yeah.
even maybe even younger.
And then I started to brainwash you because I figured, I was like, I better wash their brains with this concept, or if I just introduce it later in life, you
It's-
won't believe me.
Yeah.
And I think from a young age, even when we weren't really able to understand the dating culture and the push to do that, because it's very strong, especially in high school and middle school.
Yeah.
You would tell us from a young age. I remember you, which this is
Even
probably
I
why.
don't know. What are you gonna say?
This
I know
is
what she's gonna
probably
say.
why we get in trouble on the Patriot Sisters for being so blunt, because we have a mother who doesn't hold anything back.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I
No,
just held something back right now in this conversation.
Okay, but
that
she
nobody
would-
will know.
That
She
was
would
rare.
say, you'd say so many things and add on to it, Izzy, but she would say things like, guys are not stupid, but you would be like, you don't need a boy to make you feel valued.
But
Boys
it's
aren't worth
true.
your time.
True.
Don't date unless you are ready to get married. And then at 10 years old, she'd look at me and be like, are you ready to get married? And I'd be like, I'm
No.
married? No.
Ew.
Or at 16, are you ready to get married? No.
Because what's the purpose of dating?
To get
To get married.
Otherwise, what do I say?
Have a friend.
Have a
Have
friend.
a friend.
Yeah.
And there you
so,
go.
So I started preaching this message to you. right?
Brainwashing us.
Brainwashing you because there is a time and a place to be able to be yoked together with another person, and
Yeah.
I think with
Mhm.
another man, and I think that's beautiful. But I didn't
Clearly.
I
We're
didn't
here.
think I didn't
Woo!
think that it was necessary when you're 14, 15, 16.
Right.
Right.
And so I came up with this rule. And the rule was
Rule.
that you can't date until you're 17.
Yeah.
Like
It was
We weren't-
17 for you.
17.
it was 17 for you.
Was it?
What did you think it was?
Oh, it was 16.
It was 17.
It was 17?
Because it was in between 16 and 18.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, I
never
need
dated.
to just toot my own horn on that one. Boop boop, because you thought it was 6. You didn't even know.
I
that
didn't
it was
even
a
know. I
rule?
was like, I guess I can date, but I'm
And
good.
so growing up, and talk about this, what was it like for you in middle school? Because that was a hard...
Me or her?
You.
Me?
You. In
Oh.
middle school, I feel like that was the first time I went to my locker in public school and people were like going at it, the lockers. And I was like, what the heck? I'm in
True.
7th grade. Like,
Granted,
what is this?
Granted, we were also in middle school. We did a little bit of public school
Was
too.
that, yeah, that was public school.
So that was not fun.
Which is the majority of America.
Right. So yeah, no, at least for me, I didn't really care. I mean, I still like my whole life, I hardly could care about dating and that whole whatever scene. But I remember in middle
Your
school,
whole life of like through high school. Let's clarify, right?
up until through high school, yes, that
Not
time
up
of my
until
life.
20.
No,
Till
from-
18.
probably
about
till like 18, maybe like 19 or something. So no, so in middle school, there was somebody that I was friends with, and I knew through the grapevine that they had asked me to like a winter dance or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's fun. I've never had that happen. I was in 6th grade. That's fun. I've never had that happen before. Huh. No, I think I'm good. And then that was it.
I think I'm good. So-
Like that was it. Like
I
I
don't
was
even
like,
know that story.
yeah, I was like, this would be
Did
fun.
they ever ask you or just through the grapevine?
Through the grapevine. His friend went and asked me, but he was literally like standing down the hall.
Girlfriend, if a boy can't ask you directly, he is
Mm-mm.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
And you would also raise the whole thing of saying, yes, date for marriage. And I wasn't ever ready to get married in high school or and everything. And so you would also say you would press so hard to live your dreams, not live for yourself, but do what you want to do. Because
Yeah.
once you do get married, like that changes things. Once you have kids, you can still do those things,
but it's
just
hard.
makes it harder.
Well, you have
Yeah.
to start thinking about what am I going to make for dinner?
You're like, oh crap,
Not
not
to
this
be
baby.
Not to be chauvinistic, but that baby needs to be fed.
Right.
We already do that for making you dinner. Hold on. We already do that for
They're the
years
best.
now. We make
So,
dinner.
And I also remember when I would tell you girls to not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. Do you remember that
That's
scripture?
biblical.
I would say that to you because I just want, like, look, once you fall in love, and it is, I believe that it's possible for that to happen at 15 years old or 16 years old. It truly is. And then it becomes like insatiable where you're just like, I have to have it. I have to have it. And it's, and
What
it's a
isn't there
distraction.
song?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't there a song that talks about love is a drug? Isn't that a popular
Really?
song, like Katy Perry or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like a drug. Okay.
I don't listen
Continue.
to Katie. Go
Sorry.
on.
But it becomes a
She's
distraction.
like, you interrupted me.
No, it just becomes a distraction for real love. And
For sure.
And what is real love? Yeah.
Ooh, what Jesus is. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, well, that's the real
Okay.
love. And we get our identity from him. And when that becomes solidly in us, we don't have to fulfill it
Through
with-
someone else.
through somebody else. And that is when you're in that space, then it's time to come together.
So for parents listening to this, moms, 'cause I know we have moms listening to this,
Yes. Hi, moms.
our mom would say that same exact thing to us
I-
starting at 8 years old.
Yeah.
I did.
Even though I didn't understand.
In 3rd grade, 4th grade, she was
did.
telling us this. Like we were.
Do you remember when that boy
brainwashed.
wanted to hold your hand in the 3rd grade?
Yes, I do.
And
And I looked.
was
We were
like-
watching. It was Veggie Tales in school because that's just whatever.
Christian
And
school.
Christian school. That's what you do. So we go and watch it. Like the whole class is together in like the room, whatever, watching. And he wants to hold my hand. And I look at him and I said, "No." And
I'm
I
not
get
ready
up
to
and I
marry
walk
you.
away. And I look behind me and he starts crying. And I was like, just over here breaking hearts at whatever it is, 8 years old, 9 years old. Yeah.
You know, something else we had growing up, which I don't think we've ever shared, but we had an organization called
Oh, that's
Confidence
right.
Counts.
Woo, we
And you can
did.
share 30 seconds, 20 seconds of what that was.
Yeah, so basically we started it when I was 12, you were 14. The idea and the point behind it was to
Can I rephrase that? I think it was 10 and 12.
I know. I
was it
gonna
10 and
say,
12?
Yeah, is that okay that I said that?
Really?
Like, because you were
No,
in
you're good.
elementary school.
No, that's fine. Listen, my Yes, 10 and 12. We were really young. But basically the point of it, we were invited into public schools, churches, cheer clinics, etc., like a bunch of places, and we would go and teach young girls, middle school girls and elementary age, what it
Even
means to
high school.
even high school
When we
too.
were like in middle school.
It was weird, but it was
Yeah.
fun. But just basically talking to them about what it actually looks like to dream, believe, and achieve in your goals and living that out, like finding your voice and living in action and
Mhm.
literally going step by step. What does that look like for you versus your friend? Like it's different. And,
And
that's
so
cool.
part of that, we also talked about dating because it's a
Mhm.
heavy, touchy subject, and it was great for us to give it from someone who was in middle school with these girls,
Yeah.
walking through life with them, or as a middle
Same
schooler
age.
to high school
Mhm.
or what's it called, elementary age. They're looking up at us. And so one of the analogies we would do is we would cut out like a heart, piece of paper,
Oh
heart.
my gosh, I forgot about this. This was so fun.
You want to share?
Yeah, so we got a piece of heart, like paper or whatever, and we would
And this is good if you want to do this with your kids
Yeah.
who are like maybe middle school and under.
visual learners. Okay, I'm a visual learner. This is like my jam. But we got a heart, and everybody would have their little hearts, and we would rip off a little tiny piece in like the top corner, and we would say like, what would we say? This
Well, we would
is-
go give the heart to
Oh,
like
that's right.
Elizabeth standing there.
Yeah.
It'd be like Elizabeth, pretend I'm a guy. Elizabeth, or
Oh,
I'll give it
yeah.
to you. Izzy, here's my heart. I love you. Can we
Aw.
date? Blah, blah, blah.
rip
right?
off a little piece of the heart. I now hold the heart, a
Right.
little piece of it.
So I have my piece of paper, and then I would go to like 6 months on the road. I would go to
Susie,
Susie,
Because you're the guy. You're
I'm the
acting like
guy.
you're the guy.
I love you. Can we like date or whatever? And I was like, oh, I love you. I would rip off a piece of my heart, and I did this to all these girls, ripping a little piece of my heart until I came to another person, and I said was like, okay, you're the one I'm going to marry. I love you, but all I have is this little piece of my heart left because I've given it to all these other people growing up.
so
That's good.
Yeah,
Did we do that?
we
I did.
I
Although
do
we
remember
switched
that.
the roles, you wouldn't technically be the guy,
Yeah,
you'd
they'd
be
be
the
the
girl,
girl.
but like you get
Yeah.
the point. It works both ways,
Yeah.
technically, untechnically. So yeah, but it's
Well,
like
even for guys.
So, that's what I just said.
So,
Oh.
I mean, this might be a parenting podcast for later, and I'll just give the basis. But I discovered that if I could get you to hear it from me, teach others, it would get more sealed in you.
Mhm.
And then I put you involved in organizations that supported
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so literally you were hearing it, teaching it, giving it away, and having other platforms, like multiple platforms, who also supported the same vision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it reinforced and reinforced and reinforced and reinforced it. So it wasn't just me touting the line. Like
Right.
literally, for you to be a part of these other organizations, you also had to tout that line.
Which was pageantry for
Yes.
us.
Yeah, that was our outlet.
And so, and I just kept you so busy.
I didn't have
Listen,
time.
yeah, I was gonna
In middle
say.
school, you were in class at 10 p.m. at night dancing.
And even like, yeah, no, we were dancing at one point, it was 15 hours a week or so of dance. I don't have time to even hang out with a girlfriend, like a
Yeah.
friend that's a girl. Don't have time. Barely, hardly. So the fact that somebody was like, hey, you should date, or that whole idea was like,
There
we
was
don't
no
have time.
time.
We don't have any time for
And
that.
then I would take you and travel with you, which is pretty unreasonable for people, really. But we would travel at a month at a time in the summertime,
Mhm.
pursuing your passions. Remember that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a whole nother podcast.
You
Let us
guys
know if
wait.
you want to hear it. But we would travel
Wait,
for
send
months
us
at a
an
time.
email at thepatriotsisters@gmail.com and let us know if you want to hear that.
Yeah.
Because we all remember Dance Moms and then Dance
Oh,
Moms Miami. We spent a month with
We
training
did.
with
We could do a
them.
whole
With
podcast on
Victor
just
Smalley.
that story.
Oh my gosh. And what is her name?
And how we were like
Samantha?
homeless one night.
Sammy?
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In Miami.
We were
Down-
homeless in
We were
Miami.
homeless
Oh
South
in
my-
Beach.
Miami.
Y'all, we have so many crazy
Bad
stories.
parenting move, but
No, memories.
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 That's what I told him to say. Was it's a memory, but it's really a bad parenting
You
move.
planned it.
Okay,
But
so
anyways, back to the dating thing.
were you ever scared if anytime throughout middle and high school?
That we would just come home and be like, we have a boyfriend.
No,
Or
I
Really?
wasn't.
You really trusted
You guys,
us?
I trusted you. I knew that you, because we spent so much time together. And parenting today, a lot of parents send their children away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we had to learn to get along because of how Like we talk about this momager thing. Like
Oh,
I'm in the
yeah.
car. Well, no, your dad was in the car with you going to dance. I checked out on that one.
Yeah, she
But-
never took us.
But with pageantry, I was coaching you and I'm traveling with
Yeah.
you and I'm helping you to get to that place where you can win. So you have to trust me.
Yeah, so there's a mutual
It was a
thing
trust
going
real,
on.
and
Yeah.
and then we would homeschool in and out of that, and so I had to get along with you.
You had to become our friends,
yeah.
and then also speak into us as a mom, but also from a friend.
And when you're a
point.
friend, you have to have that level of trust. Like that's what friends do.
Like I'm pretty sure I've spent more time with you than I have all my friends combined.
That's probably true.
I'm sorry.
It's
It's
probably
not a
true.
bad thing because, and this is another, and maybe another topic, but friends go, family stays forever. And if we've learned anything from 2020, that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happened. I know
So
every
true.
single one of you listening has probably lost a friend.
Especially last year.
So
So
it
yeah.
happens. Okay. On another note, what we've been coming up with some funny rules we're gonna ask guys when we
Oh,
start
yeah.
to date.
Okay, before we get into that, can we talk about that whole 16 before you can date?
Oh
thing?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So when
17.
well, but I didn't let them date when they were 16 because I felt like everybody really wants to date when they're 16 because the parents place that. A lot of times that's a typical age.
Right.
So
Thanks,
You were like,
Hollywood.
watch this 1 year prior after.
yeah, so I let them wait. I made them
Little did they
wait
know.
for a year. And when they turned 17, your father and I released you to do whatever you wanted to do.
It was the weirdest thing.
Like
We're
a
like-
butterfly release.
And the reason that we did that is because we wanted to, first off, from 16 to 17, this is for all the parents listening, from 16 to 17, something happens in their brain. And like, I don't know, for girls, it clicks in. It just clicks in.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
if you can get them to wait past that and then you will release them at 17, all three of my daughters were like, oh, no,
I don't
it's
want to."
okay. I got some dreams and goals I want to live, and I want to live for myself for a moment. And I certainly don't need to be having somebody else pull me down.
Mhm.
So that was the secret right there, was waiting from 16 to 17. And because, so back to that thing with your father and I, is we said we wanted to see where you were going to fail while you were still living at home.
Thanks.
I didn't know they were going to still be living at home like 5 years later, but we wanted to see. that they were-
Wow.
Thanks,
Ben.
Mom.
So basically, it was like a test. You were
Sorry.
just testing us, and we didn't
No,
know.
I wanted to see where you would fail while you were still at home and
Yeah,
walking in
yeah.
freedom. Because at 18, like we pretty much said, do what you want at 17. If you're going to make a mistake, do it now.
That's fair. Yeah, do it
Because-
underneath the household.
Yeah, because we still had permission to speak into your life before you graduated from college. We felt like
Right.
before you
High
graduated
school.
from high school. Yeah, high school, not college. So because once you graduated
Clarify.
from high school, we didn't believe that we had the same
Authority.
opportunity to speak into your life unless you gave us permission.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
So we said, well, between 17 and graduation, which gave us about a year and a half, we wanted to see all the mistakes that you would make.
Did we make
And then,
any?
and then
Yeah,
we would
did
try to work on it together.
Did we
Do
make,
you make
any?
any?
Not really.
Oh,
No.
you act
Not-
disappointed.
What the
Not-
heck?
No, just you didn't, because we began to hand over, this is a parenting thing, but we began to hand over the reins to you when you were really, really young. Like at 6th grade, I gave you the opportunity to fail school.
Like we
Yeah.
stopped having bedtimes.
Oh,
Like we
bedtime? No, I don't even know what that is. Second grade, maybe?
In 3rd grade, they were doing their own laundry. Like
Yeah.
I was never doing their laundry or
Never.
cleaning their bathrooms. Like,
No.
like I genuinely, and that's a whole nother parenting topic.
Are you
We're
saying you need to start a
basically-
parenting podcast?
Ooh.
No. But I am just saying that there were things that we strategically did so that by the time we said at 17, you're free,
You
do what
trusted
you
us.
want. I already knew what you were going to do.
You saw it coming.
So trained
Because
us.
I didn't just start parenting when they hit teen world.
yeah.
I was parenting like when you were in the 3rd grade. Remember, I let you go to bed whenever you wanted, and you were like, I don't want to go to bed late.
Mhm.
I want to go to bed on time.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
did a lot of treating us as human beings and giving us the capability to choose from a really young age
Like
to
many-
make mistakes
Yeah.
and have real life consequences.
Like
Yeah.
a
But
mini
you were
adult.
like a mini adult. Okay, this is great. We might do another episode because I know we could keep on going and
Yeah.
diving deep into different topics. But before we keep going, make sure you go to thepatriotsisters.org/email.
Yay.
Sign up for emailing. We really don't send out a whole lot. This is just a way to stay in contact because big tech hates people like you and us.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to stay connected. We're also going to be sharing some really fun things coming up, hopefully soon.
Trying to be soon.
And you guys will get a first
Look.
and deals into that.
Yeah.
So,
Yay.
all right. So rules to date. Now we are older. We could all date. I think certain ones of us are ready to date versus others.
What?
I will let y'all figure out who that could be.
Nah. Okay, anyway.
Just different life
Yeah.
things, but we talk about and we joke around a
We
lot.
do.
What are some real weird questions or rules that we have when dating a guy now?
Oh, this is great because it has evolved. Can I just add? This has evolved so much the
Yeah.
past 4 years. Really, since Trump came into office, it's evolved, which is the cutest thing because, Trump is such a cinnamon roll.
And some of these are jokes, but some of these are legit questions.
Why do I not know the rules?
Like, I need to see your birth certificate.
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
Gotta see it. I gotta see
the
it.
original one with the stamp on it.
Because y'all know what's happening with girls turning into guys and actually looking like
Yeah.
guys and vice versa.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
Could you imagine?
No, but it's happened.
It's
It's
happened.
happened. So
It's
so
happened.
that's like a joke, but like also so serious. Like I
I'm
gotta
not-
see your
I'm
birth
not messing
certificate.
around when I meet him. Eventually, it's coming out.
Hi. I need to see your birth certificate, please.
Please bring that for the
Thank
first
you.
meeting. Thank you. All
Appreciate that one.
right. We won't date you. Well, I guess I'll say this. I won't date you if you wear a mask going into certain stores.
Oh.
And if you're uncomfortable with me standing and holding my ground. If that's an issue, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, if you feel uncomfortable,
I
with
at least
being-
gotta try. That's one thing that we learned over 2020 is like we might not be able to not wear a mask inside of an establishment, but you can bet your bottom dollar that we're gonna try to the fullest extent, even if that means the cops being called on us.
We're gonna
I
push
we're
it.
gonna
I
try.
went out on a date with your dad
Oh my
a
gosh.
week ago.
For Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went into this establishment and I am like full force going at it. They have to call the police on me.
They went and they did this like fun date night thing, and then they had extra time. So they said, ooh, let's go to this store where they know they're really strict.
I know they are. I said,
Sprouts.
let's see if they're just as strict in their new city
You're
as they were in our old.
Asking for
They
it.
were, got the cops called on them, and then they ran back to the car and sent us a video of them running from the cops.
Like what? Whose parents does that?
We created this.
What did we
You created it.
create?
You-
Something.
I don't
See,
even
it's-
know.
Look, a healthy family relationship is where the parents influence, but the kids get to influence too.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
bad
bad.
girlfriend. Heck
All
yeah.
right, another question is, did you post a black square?
Oh yeah. If you listen, that one's a tough one to chew.
And we don't even ask. We just look.
Or some people deleted it
Yeah.
because they're cowards. That was just showing that
It's
they
just
were
for the
cowards.
day or for 2 days they had it up and then they deleted it.
Like a lot of major ministries posted it and
And
then
then
deleted
So
the next day.
I don't follow those anymore. We're
so
done.
Or
did
if
you
you-
post a black square?
And if you did, have you had a come to Jesus moment?
Because that's fair.
that's cool.
That's fair.
Okay.
There's grace. There's redemption. We're all cool with that. That's what we like. But if you didn't have a turning of the heart, a little difficult. A little difficult. That's okay.
All right. What's another fun
Yeah.
question we asked? We're gonna ask them. Oh, do you believe in the
don't
feminist movement?
Oh, see, this
Is
is a good one because it's kind of what should I say what it is?
It's kind of a trick question.
Okay, fine, I'll say. It's kind of a trick question. So, because yes, you should believe in the feminist movement, but not the 21st
Yeah.
century of this feminist movement. Because like the 1920s and that whole era of the feminist movement, like, yeah, heck yeah. The women's suffrage, absolutely. Empower those women.
Right to
yes.
vote.
You girls thinking and using your head.
But like this whole thing, we're gonna wear pink hats and like
Naked.
be practically
Free.
naked, walking around and marching. Can't get behind that
get
one.
some self-respect.
Ooh,
Mhm.
sis, please.
Seriously, do you think I want to see? No. Remember when I took you to a nude beach when you were young?
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
Miami.
That's Miami.
Mhm.
That was an accident.
Sorry.
Okay,
about
and
that.
then there's two more questions that we were gonna ask.
What else?
What was one of them?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay, we were going to ask them.
Remind me.
Well, I don't really know if we have a requirement. Well, this is another requirement, but like they have to be on point spiritually.
Oh,
Like you just
yeah.
can't believe in biblical or Christian morals.
Yeah.
Being conservative, like you better be, if Jesus and I walk into a room, you better turn your back on me and go to him. Is what I have to say.
Oh,
you
that's
better,
cute.
You better be able to choose.
I like that. You can't be, what is it? You can't just be a Christianese.
Or a woke Christian, or progressive.
Ew, no, that's so
anti-biblical.
Yeah, that's so not cute. But you gotta be like legit in it. You gotta be like legit. That didn't make any sense. Legit, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be evenly yoked. There we go. Hold that one out.
Way to speak Christianese.
Yep. Woo. Not woke over here.
All right. We hope you guys.
Done?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that was it.
Oh.
How about this? Let us know if you have anything else you would like us to ask her, and if we should bring the Patriot Mom back on to the podcast. Let us know. Email us or send us a message at unleashed.podcast over on Instagram.
Yeah.
Last final words. Last chance.
Last chance to ask us anything or say anything. Go. Maybe just say anything.
Is there anything you want to tell me that you did that I didn't know that you did that you want to tell me you did?
I think you know my whole life in and out. And
honestly,
through and through.
I'm really boring.
Aw, you're not boring because I'm with you.
That makes you a role model.
I don't, like, some people have like these deep, dark, secret videos.
Well, maybe that too.
Stories. I got nothing. I haven't even snuck out of the house.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I did to McDonald's once. Oh, no, it was Wendy's.
With our sister.
With my sister.
I knew you were gone.
See, it doesn't count.
So lame.
It doesn't count. I have a very lame life.
As a parent, speaking to other parents, parenting is
or
fun.
Forewarning to any kids or people like us listening.
Yeah.
Parenting is fun. It just takes a little bit of thought, a little bit of intent, and it takes a parent taking their hands off and allowing you to being okay with you doing stupid.
And
it really just does. I was okay with it.
Yeah, it's good.
People are stupid.
People are stupid.
Which is how we get in trouble in the Patriot Sisters.
So meet someone who's not stupid so that you're evenly yoked, and then you can go have kids that are not stupid. And then boom. You got
so when you take your hands off the kid, but you have to parent and say, we're not going to allow you to be stupid at this age. Like, you can't date it. You know what? One more thing. One thing I would do is I would actually call people out.
She would.
I don't know that that's really good privately amongst us.
Yeah, we weren't like sharing it.
I was like, see that? You see that over there?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you do XYZ.
It's true. You got to point it out.
And you were like, and I would take like the worst looking scenario that you could visually see. That's not a good scenario. And I could say, this is what happens when you do XYZ. You turn into that. You want to be like that?
And we would be like, ooh.
No,
mommy.
We don't want to.
No, mommy, I don't.
Well,
we don't want to be that.
Then don't do ABC.
And you won't turn into that.
Yeah. So I was very hands-on.
But yet not.
But yet not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because we had total opportunity to do whatever.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
Thank you for joining us.
It's fun to be
so
here.
Much fun.
Finally, I get to see what you guys do behind that closed door when you're making your videos.
When we say get out, be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it.
All right. Make sure you head over to our Instagram at the Patriot Sisters, also unleashed.podcast.
On Instagram as well. Of course, sign up for our emails
at thepatriotsisters.org/email. Trust me. You want to sign up.
You want to sign up for that one. Yeah. So, of course, rise up,
stand tall,
and fight back with truth. As always, y'all, we'll see you in the next one.